All right. Title is updated. We are going to something that's a little more closer to Old Faithful here. A little bit of Red Prison here in Legacy. Now this one's kind of interesting because we have Chrome Moxes, Simeon Spirit Guides, and we have things like Ancient Tomb and City of Traders. We have a Singleton Bridge, and we have a bridge over here. This build's interesting. It's got many Blood Moons, many Maguses, but it also has a nice set of Goblin packages along with Bone Crusher Giants. This is going to feel a lot more at home. We've got Chalice that can be put on 0, 1, 2, Chandra, and Karn. Sideboard-wise, we have Leyline of the Voids, Legion War Bosses to add that extra punch, Braids, Walking Ballista. We have good old faithful Lattice here. Bridge, Source, Spyglass, Liquid Metal Coating. This one does not play Fiery Confluence. We're not going to go ahead and play that. This one is just going to do what it does. We're going to run it. Except I need to pick it. And the reason I'm playing this one is it made a top 32. I looked at a few lists. This was the one that made the farthest with like a 5-3 record versus a bunch of 3-4s and 4-3 records that I had seen. So, Legacy Red Prison here. This is going to feel a lot more comfortable. The initial hands that we're going to see is going to be a lot more in tune with what I'm used to seeing. Perfect example here is this hand looks completely fine. We'll go ahead and keep this. So we might be throwing Chalice on one. We might be Rabble Mastering. We will see. We will see. Let's see what the top of the library gives us. Polluted Delta. Cracks Polluted Delta. Are we going to see like a Thoughtseize based deck first? That'd be crazy. Ponder. Alright, Chalice on one does look pretty tasty right now. Looking pretty tasty. Another Chrome. Another Chrome Mox. Alright, we're going to get rid of this Chandra here. And we're going to attempt to put a Chalice on one. We can then follow this up with a Rabble Master. Next. We're playing for days as well. Paying for days. You bet it's Delver? Well, we'll find out. And we forced as well. Alright, we got a daze and a force out of them. Daze and a force. Pretty good. There's the Delver. Alright, we hit an Ancient Tomb here. We'll play a Rabble Master and swing in for a point of damage. Go ahead, opponent. If we would have kept Chandra, we would have been able to play Chandra downtick on Delver. Not necessarily what we want to be doing. They don't flip here. We have 2 cards plus the draw spell. We're sitting with 2 Chrome Moxes. They Lightning Bolt our Rabble Master, Polluted Delta, and have one other random card here. We are able to play every card in our deck, so that's good for us. Second Delver, so we have points of damage coming through. Looking for maybe our bridge. Who knows? Alright, in for 1 damage, pass turn. If they reveal, we'll at least see what the card is they're drawing. They do not reveal, so that's good for us. It's not a spell. Probably a land. 2 damage in, 17 down to 15. Might be a counter spell too. Alright. We'll play a Trinisphere and pass the turn here, doing a point of damage. This should keep them from playing too much here. Chrome Moxes are going to be a little bit awkward here. Ponder flips. We don't really have to play another card here because we have the bridge. If we were to play it, we'd get underneath these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play Chandra here. I'm going to down tick to kill one of these. And we'll tack in. So the Trinisphere is keeping them in check. Problem is that I do need a little more here. A little more. Going to probably hit me for 3. They hit Chandra. Okay, that's probably going to give us an extra turn. I'm going to get one of these out of hand. I don't really need them. Go ahead and attack. We need a way to kill this Delver. We need a way to prevent them from attacking. We got 2 turns to find it. There's a Rabble Master. That won't be fast enough, I don't think. So I'd almost have to hit bridge exactly here. They'll be at 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll put them to 2, it looks like. Another Rabble Master wins it. A Karn. Unfortunately, I don't think this does it. Because that doesn't tap for anything. Animate the Trinisphere? Oh, that's true. That might be enough. What's scary here is when we animate Trinisphere, they'll have the ability to attack, to bolt me. But we'll see. We'll see if they can find the bolt that they need. We'll see if they remember that when you tap that down, they can do stuff now. Okay. Okay. And that works for us. Trinisphere tapped, winning the game. We'll take it. All right, Legion Warboss of Braids coming in here. Probably just need to get rid of... Just a couple Maguses here. Pair Magus, pair Blood Moon. Blood Moon can hurt them. They're likely to just fetch a basic, though. I mean, they have a lot of blue cards. 2 Magus, 2 Blood Moon out here. More interested in my Trinisphere than I am in my Blood Moon. And a Braids and then Legion Warboss threatens more damage through. That's okay. It's okay. It was win time. It was. Alright, I'll keep this because we have a turn 2 Karn, which is worth maybe trying for. I have 1 bridge main, 1 bridge sideboard. One's for Karn. So I take it the rest of the GAC matches went fantastically while I was eating. You will have to watch that on a Twitch VOD. I'm not putting that up on YouTube. Alright. Put down Ancient Tomb past turn. I'm not planning to use Simian Spirit Guide, Bone Crusher Giant. We're looking to slam a Karn. I have 2 Karns here, so I don't actually mind doing this straight into some sort of counter spell. There's Scavenging Ooze. I'm not too concerned about that card. Let's try to get Karn down. I'm good with attempting this. We have a lot more other things here. They daze us. All good, all good. All in a day's work. We have a bonus Karn here. We have the Chandra as well. Daze sets them back a land. Wasteland could take care of Ancient Tomb, and does so. Alright, we have a 2-2 Scoozy smacking in. Doing its thing. Doing its thing. Who doesn't like giants? Giants are fantastic. We'll attempt a Bone Crusher on their end step. It's going to be a little bit awkward here. We're going to take this damage. It's going to be just a bit because if they're able to counter this in some capacity, then they get to eat. They get to eat with the the Scavenging Ooze, which could be really awkward. Floats 2. I wonder if I pay for this daze or not. I probably don't need to, because if I hit a land, I could Chandra downtick and kill this. And if I miss the land, I could just Bone Crusher and kill it. I'm going to say no. I know I lose my creature there. Oh, I hit a Chalice. That's a really good card. Chalice on 1 is pretty good. Makes this a 3/3. I can pay for another Daze here. If they have a Force, it's kind of frustrating. The Force was going to get the Bone Crusher anyway, but at least it would go into exile. Alright, we get a Chalice on 1. Okay. We playing. I assume they're going to eat Bone Crusher and get in for 3 here. Nom nom nom. Alright, so I guess if I get a land, I just slam my own Bone Crusher Giant. This is starting to look real bad. I don't think I can just slam a Bone Crusher Giant blindly here. Volcanic Island. Oko. Makes a food token. What a great Oko. I hate Oko so much. I don't think I can do much here because they make this into 3/3 when I Chandra downtick on this. At least I get rid of the Scavenging Ooze. Alright. Chandra downtick on Scavenging Ooze. Hope they don't have a Force or of anything. Kill Scavenging Ooze. They animate food. They swing, kill Chandra. No, they had the Force. This is 6 damage coming through this turn. Blood Moon apparently is a lot better than I realized. I can only kill one of these. I'd have to top deck a bridge. I'm play another Chandra, but this should be game over. Alright, they hard cast a Force as well. So they've got a bunch of Forces here. Bunch of Dazes. My opponent's just going to play all the counter spells. We're going to bring those Blood Moons back in since we're on the play. I wonder if I care about this Nickel Metal Coating. I'm going to get rid of the 2 Braids. You know what? I'm just going to go back to how the list was. The original 60. I think we can win by being on the play here. Playing against a lot of Oko in Modern, you can just do your normal strategy and do pretty well. And I think that's what we want to do here. I want to play first. I want to try to ramp something out here. We'll keep this. We can play a Chalice here. Your boss, you don't need a sideboard. That's what we're going to try. I'm going to lead with this Ancient Tomb. Maybe I should lead with a City of Traders. I have a second one. I'll do... You know what? I'll lead with City and Chalice. Attempt a Chalice on 1 here. We'll see if they have the Force. And maybe if they have the Force here, they'll Force on the Chalice and then the Blood Moon will get them. Yep, forced. Brainstorm gone. He's going to waste them anyway. That's fine. Waste away. We'll float mana before trying to play this Blood Moon. We'll hope they don't have Daze. They got rid of a Burying Storm. Wasteland, the City of Traders. Cool. All right. Let's play basic mountain pass turn. We have Rabble and Blood Moon now. We have Flooded Strand for our opponent. Looks like a good Rabble Master turn. Let's do Rabble Master off the Ancient Tomb. If they need to bolt this, I want them to do this off the Flooded Strand because they can't fetch a basic, and they do so. And this kind of opens me up to doing a Blood Moon and avoiding a Daze this coming turn. Polluted Delta. Wonder if I Chandra a Blood Moon. It's probably just Blood Moon. Take the next counter and then have Chandra active after this. This will probably fetch a basic. Nope, Tropical Island. Okay. Tropical Island lets Blood Moon hit. Maybe they don't have basics. Maybe they're just on the bolt me plan. I don't know. That seemed a bit odd. Seemed a bit odd. We'll go ahead and try to slam Chandra here. They didn't counter Blood Moon. They can't pay for anything. They Force of Will, pitching a Spell Pierce in past turn. Okay, so they have one card and I have two lands. They have mountains. I have mountains. We all have mountains. Pretty much looking for any of my win conditions here. We'll go ahead and slam a bridge here, see if I can get that down before a counter, and we do so. All mana is red mana. Alright, trying to cast something. They're on the crying plan. Blood Moon has done it again. Let's go ahead and attempt a stomp here, and then replay. If they counter it, that's fine. It's a 4-3. It's not getting through for several turns. There we go. Win the match. This has to be an incorrect fetch. Has to be. It's got to be an island, right? I'll take it, though. I'll take it. We made plenty of mistakes on our first league tonight. It's time to take them back. Whoop, buddy. W. They don't play basics? Oh my gosh. They don't play any Camber? Interesting, interesting. Got the W. Got the W, though. Oh, buddy. It feels good to win. Maybe we're just a red deck kind of person. Maybe we are. I don't know. The opening hand just makes more sense. It's like all in enough, but shows like how to get to mid game. And then after that, things get dicey with any red prison list. Fluff is the prison master. We still need to decide a deck to really like crunch down on in July. And by crunch down, I mean you're going to see it every single week until we 5-0. Don't, no, Grayus, no. If you want to watch Tron till 2021 while I try to find a way to 5-0 with that, go ahead. Easy 4-color gifts. Have you seen Prison List with Solemnity and 9 lives? I have, Camber. They're floating around the Pyro Prison Discord. 5-0 Bad Moon? Jun Balls. You guys just want to see a deck until I just cry for mercy because I can't get a 5-0. We need to focus again. We need to get those 5-0s. What if I do it right now? Then this whole planning to like focus on a deck. Burn? What is your favorite tribe? Birds. Birds. Grace has a point. I was thinking about doing kind of like the top 8 most popular decks. That's a funny way of saying Eldrazi. If you make me an Eldrazi and taxes list with Eldrazi Displacer, the Fox in there maybe, and a Chroma, I'll play it. Nope. Red-white. Red-white Eldrazi and taxes. Displacer, Flicker Wisp. Displacer and Flicker Wisp would be ideal. Restoration Angel would be nice. And a Chroma. You hear blue-black? I have not said blue-black. Wait. Displacer and Mom and Pop would work in that list too. Zale, you're on track. You figured it out. Alright, we found our next opponent. Mimic Vat's hilarious. Nightbot, shh. We're focused. We're focused, Nightbot. Oh. Look who it is again. There you go. Two ones for Zale. All right. Well, I have a bridge. I'm going to keep this hand. Good luck, opponent. Oh my gosh, Stanley. All right, Volcanic. Preordain. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Got the bridge. We're going to do this, ladies and gentlemen. See you, Trader's Chalice. Go. Let's throw a Chalice on one. We'll follow this with a Bridge. We'll follow that with a Rabble Master. See if we can't get these cards down. It's about 75 outside right now, so drink up. 75. Woo, that's nice and cool. So we have an Ancient Tomb. We have a Show and Tell. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to slam out Artifact, Creature, Enchantment. We're obviously playing Bridge. Obviously. Got way over here, so I can't misclick. I was going to say 75 would be nice, Bridge. Nice Gristlebrand you got there. Nice Gristlebrand. Now, I don't really want to play Rabble Master. I don't want them to draw their entire deck here. I bet that's a sad show and tell. We learned, by the way. By the way, this opponent is 4-0. It's probably 4-0 from beating us earlier. We're probably their first opponent, and we're probably their last opponent. They showed, we told. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Alright, what are we doing with these? These are pretty. What you got going on? Do I want this Rabble Master into play? I mean, I really don't. Gristlebrand's really annoying. It's pretty nice. I guess I'll try to play the Blood Moon. I presume this will be countered. Playing sad cards because of your bridge. Here, gift, have Moon, enjoy Moon. Dazed me. I could have prevented that by the Chrome, Mox. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Not gonna worry about it. All the rainfall. Stanley's. Is rain outside's the norm? Up in Washington. Replays that volcanic island. I wonder what they have main deck that gets rid of bridge. I'm a little afraid of this. Alright, let's cast a Chrome Mox here. Let's put a Rabble Master under that. And let's just hard cast Bone Crusher Giant. I just want permanents out there. We're just gonna hard cast this. Not too concerned about Gristlebrand right now. Bridge seems like the only thing that's going to keep us alive this game, and we just need to find a win condition. Yeah, we'll just pass turn. We'll hold this Chrome Mox in case I find like another Rabble Master I want to tuck under it or something. I imagine they have a bunch of like forces or other things to prevent us from playing a couple of our bridges, or sorry, our Karns or other things like that. I'm going to tuck this Rabble Master. Actually, I don't have to tuck this one. I can just play Rabble Master. I can play every card from here on out, and so we'll just make a whole bunch of tokens and go really wide. So now we have a win condition that's super wide tokens here. We just have to go wide enough to avoid a few, like, I don't know, bolts or something. Oops. Karn? This has to get countered, right? When in doubt, make 18 tokens. This is getting countered. All right. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so. What's up, 12 problems? Do I sideboard in a bridge just because it's better to have two main than trying to fetch it with Karn? Just like ditch one Karn here. One card, bring the extra bridge in. Just hope that's enough. Yeah, it's Gristlebrand or Emrakul. We saw this deck earlier. We've learned, we've educated ourselves. The Abrades aren't going to hit anything. Spyglass could name Gristlebrand. Then they have just a 7/7 flyer lifelinker, which is pretty good. That's what I'm thinking. I almost just want to like... I almost want to just play these Legion War Bosses over like the Bone Crusher Giants as well, just to have something more aggressive. Let's get rid of the Bone Crusher and put a Spyglass in as well. Being productive's good. Turning your attention to something else. You know, setting up new goals, that's always a good thing. Magic is a good need to have. Brew decks, play decks, watch decks. Get a game with some friends, whether it's virtual or not. Lawrence, thank you for the follow. Gotta hang in there, 12 problems. It'll be good. You got this. And it was good that's clean, you know. What do we got here? We have an attempted turn 1 Blood Moon. That could be interesting. Turn 1 Blood Moon, fail. Turn 2 Blood Moon, fail. War Boss. If we're failing twice, we're probably losing this game. I've suggested turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, but I don't have another red card to make that plausible. I think this one's worth a shot here. I think a Blood Moon could really potentially mess with my opponent quite a bit. I need to hit the Spyglass then and then shut off the sneak attack. If I could do that, then we'd be in good shape. So I'm wondering if this Chrome Mox is worth it on the Blood Moon. Getting a Blood Moon, put the War Boss in turn 2. I don't know if it'll be fast enough. If we make enough tokens, Emrakul's not too frightening. If we're making tokens and Gristlebrand shows up, then things get really bad. Then things will get really bad and sketchy. Let's go ahead and try it, though. We'll see what my opponent leads here. Basic Island. Well, I'm going to lead with a War Boss now. That was decided for me. Let's get him with War Boss, turn 1. Let's go. Chose not to shuffle. Choosing not to shuffle. We're going to get rid of Blood Moon here. War Boss. War Boss into play. In for 1. All right. Well, there you go. We can play everything in our deck here on turn 2. Just a matter of what are we going to be playing. Trying to race with War Boss. We'll see if we get to. Fetching, 18. Volcanic Island. Ponders. I should play land first to prevent days. This is a correct play. This is indeed a very correct play. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Blood Moon here. No real harm in doing this. It'll shut off just an extra blue source here. Karn would have been nice because then it would just shut off things like Lotus Petal. Opponent could have a Simian Spirit Guide though. We're trying to basically put as many permanents as possible on the battlefield. We're doing this in the hopes that if the card that they choose to sneak attack here is Emrakul, we're in an okay spot because I can sacrifice enough other permanents and not lose my board. Or my my presence in terms of attacking power. They have a lot of cards in hand though. We're relatively far behind here. So they go ahead and force that. That's good for us, an extra point. Days was removed from hand. They're at 12. 2, 4, 6, 7 damage we put through, putting them to 5. Ancient Tomb. Looking like a sneak attack. Sneak attack. All right, well, I'm just gonna hammer in here. Hope it's enough. We'll hope that it's not Gristlebrand showing up off Simian Spirit Guide. 2, 4, 6, 7. Puts them to 3. Down to 3 they go. Okay. What's next? Sorta can't really use this Ancient Tomb. We have enough damage here to get around a Gristlebrand at this point. Scalding Tarn, fetching 2. They brainstorm pretty quickly there. It's making me nervous. Brainstorms again. No, this is probably why. They're probably needing to find an answer. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 comes through, they block 2. 7 comes through, and 7 resets. So Gristlebrand here does prevent us. We would need to draw like a Chandra or something. And if we drew a Chandra, we could do the 2 points. So we need a different way than combat to do this. I don't think a Legion Warboss or a Rabble Master does it either. Because even though you create another token, it's not going to be 2 points. It's going to only be 1 extra point. And it's not like this is a Rabble Master. If it was a Rabble Master, it'd be different. Actually, it wouldn't be much different. They would just block. Well, it'd be different because this would have done more damage the previous 2 turns. All right, we're thinking heavily about this Brainstorm. We found something worth at least a consideration here in the top 3. I'm wondering what it could be. We got what, Gristlebrand here? We got an Emrakul, thinking if we sneak attack in Emrakul, we block. Do we have the opportunity to Brainstorm a few more times and try to find a way to get ourselves out of this? Maybe. All right, we've completed our Brainstorm. 3 cards. One mana. There we go. There you go. We weren't drawing anything for a few turns, but we got there. This was the person we lost to first in the league, and we get our revenge. 2-0, plain, mono, red, prison in Legacy. Heck yeah. Woo! Streamer Showdown. We're warmed up now. Dragon Stompy go, but there's no dragons. How's it feel? Feels normal. Feels like the thing you should do. So what? No dragons. Who needs dragons? Legacy Prison has always been a favorite of yours. Makes sense. I almost have all of this. I just need 8 cards. I need the Ancient Tomb, City of Traders, and Chrome Mox if I wanted to ever play it in paper. I could probably trade... Well, I don't know. I don't know what City of Traders is right now. What is that at? 127. I will not be playing this in paper. Stompless, unless you count the card Stomp. That's pretty cheap for cities. I mean, I guess I could sell all my Green Devotion deck. Legacy Online is fun. I was going to say, there would be 0 reason for me to get it in paper. There's no events around us. You bought a playset of LEDs last month for $1,050. Note to self. Play deck with LED. Put in TCG affiliate link. Hope someone buys. Cool. All right. What do we have here? We have a turn 1 nothing. 3 of our 4 drops. No ramp spells. Or ramp lands. We're going to mulligan this one. All right. This one... doing another impression of not a whole lot. I think we can mulligan this one as well. All right, looks like we're going to keep this. We're going to ditch... what, Chandra Land? Karn's more powerful? You like Karn and land? I like Chandra and land. Blood Moon, get the Karn down, keep them off lands. Chandra is draw and removal on 1. True. Blood Moon is stop them playing cards, and Karn then helps. Could be a balance between knowing what I'm playing against and what I'm not. Could be a balance between knowing the Legacy meta. Alright, Trop Island. Alright. What do you want? Do we want to attempt a turn 1 Blood Moon here? Or do we wait a turn? Kind of see what's up. Yes, always. Force check. Force check. All right. It's going to be forced. And wait for gasp. Force check, let go. Okay. It's in play. I've been dazed a bunch, so that's why we were like, should we wait on this? I don't know. We get dazed all the time. It's a pretty good card to follow up here shortly. That'll be our force check before Karn. We're about to hardlock them. About to hardlock them. Trinisphere. We're doing that before Chrome Mox because who needs a Chrome Mox? Look at this one. Land, please. No land for them. Going for the hardlock. We don't really know what they're playing. Anybody have some guesses at Tropical Island, Misty Rainforest? The opponent can't play Magic now because of me? I've done nothing wrong. Snoko or Delver? Delver, Rug Delver, Snoko. Sylvan Library. Let's make sure no one's playing Magic. Trinisphere. Now I have a Trinisphere that I can activate and attack with. Safely. Sylvan Library, there you go. What's that card mean? Uh-oh, Dark Depths. Woo! Alright, well, I'm going to play Bridge now. They could counter that. Snoko plays Dark Depths. Good to know. I didn't think they did. Extra land. It's a loam deck now. Karn. That one's got to be a scary card for them. You got this, opponent. You got this. I believe in you. Countered. Countered my opponent. So, if it's a loam deck, what am I afraid of in a loam deck? Their graveyard? Am I afraid of their graveyard? Do I just need to Blood Moon them again? Yeah, because it doesn't have any counters on it, and all lands go back to what they were. Caverns don't get named anything. Vesuva doesn't become anything, for example, but Dark Depths figures it out. Am I bringing anything in? Or am I just shipping it back? Know your boss? Doom. Done. Forward we go. Onward we march. Into battle. 20 lands, 8 Blood Moon effects. Attempting to take down the darkest of depths. Let's keep this hand. Let's give this one a shot. I have a turn 1 Trinisphere. That's always fun. That one's always fun. Hey, basic forest. Exploration. You may play an additional land. They do. Alright, so I could play Rabble Master here, or I can do this whole Trinisphere thing. Part of me wants to do Rabble Master, because hitting them fast is probably not a bad idea. Maybe I should have sided out Trinisphere. We don't have to play it, obviously. I'm going to go with my gut which tells me to go ahead and Rabble Master and try to end them quickly here. End them quickly. We'll go for it. And maybe this coming turn I play the Trinisphere? I don't know. I don't know. I presume they will have plenty of lands. A turn 1 Trinisphere is still not a bad idea. I understand their deck is probably trying to put a lot of lands into play. But if they keep like 2 fetch lands and a loam, I could get kind of tied up there. Alright, opponent takes the turn back here. And they happen to just get an exploration into play. Wasteland can nail my City of Traders if they would like to. It was going away anyway. Crop rotation. Tabernacle. Pretty good. Pretty good. Go ahead and pass turn here. We'll see if we can get a Chalice on 1. Crop rotation, exploration are definitely good reasons to have a Chalice on 1. Opponent's not really doing too much here. We'll attempt Chalice on 1. I could try to get a Chalice on 2 at some point as well. Keep in mind this doesn't tap for anything, so right now they only have 1 mana. So this Trinisphere might be good depending on if I flood out versus them flooding out. Ironically, this helps them. We'll just pass turn. I don't want to put a second Chalice on 1. I don't want to play Blood Moon now. Blood Moon is not what I want to play. I want to land. This will work. Chrome Mox, get rid of our Blood Moon. Play a Trinisphere. Pass turn. Throw out Chalice on 0. But my Chrome Moxes. What on 0 is a problem? Probably nothing now due to the Trinisphere. Alright, we'll just deal damage now. Deal damage. My opponent's a little ways away from doing anything to us. Wouldn't I want to like just throw this on 2 or something at this point? Up for damage. I'm not going to play Moon here. Just pass turn. Just throw a Chalice on 2 for good measure. Again, I don't want to play Moon. I want to play that as my last card here. Opponent has 1 mana. Chalice on 1. Chalice on 2. We have Trinisphere. We have Chandra 2 turns away from Emblem. Feeling good. It's feeling good. Plays a Dark Depths. Up we go. And pass turn. I'm going to go ahead and risk this, mainly because I just don't see them having enough mana here. Bonus Chandra. Alright, so if I Emblem, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Emblem. I don't quite kill them here, but now I can probably Magus safely. There we go. For Emblem mean we're getting to play 2 cards here this turn. Put them to 2 damage. I'll play the Magus out, even though they're able to play then through the Trinisphere. Their Dark Depths is shut off. Seems pretty good. Alright, we're doing alright now. We had a bad Hogak league, but we're crunching through this one. 3-0. 3-0. Playing that Red Prison Legacy style. Doing pretty good for stumbling through a foreign format. Wild Gardens, you weren't here for League 1, were you? Wasn't this deck, but it was, it's painful. But this second league, this is going well. This is going well. We are more familiar with this style of deck, though, than the Hogak one. This one's going A-OK. Not to mention that we played so much Karn Prison with Mycosynth Lattice in Modern that this just doesn't feel any different, really. Fluffy's reflex reaction is turn 1 Blood Moon. League 1 was an interesting one. At least the first 3 matches I was here for. Grayus, we ended up playing... Our first match, we ended up playing as the first match in this league. No, second match in this league. Third match? Second match. And we ended up winning. Even though we lost. Although that one was actually close. I think I misplayed a couple times. But even through those. Even through those. All right, let's find our next opponent. Let's go. Legacy. I wonder what YouTube folks will think about this. They're big on all of our Modern stuff, but every now and then I throw up a Legacy League and they're like, what? That was a pretty nice show and tell. Yes, it was. Did you ever play Vintage when Shops was at its strongest? You probably would have loved it. No, I've never played Vintage. What's up, Spider? How's it going? No, Vintage is a little much. Let's play first. This hand does not feel keepable. We have a Chalice on 1, which is pretty decent against a lot of decks, but I'd rather be trying to Blood Moon or Magus here. Oh, my opponent's very good. Good to know. I think I'm going to mulligan this, though. City of Traders is an awkward one-lander to keep. Oh, this is a heck of a lot better. This is a heck of a lot better. We'll keep. We're going to ditch a Chandra. We're going to say okay. Play lands, since we learned about other things. Scroll Mox. Ditch Chandra here. Try Blood Moon. See if Force is there. No Force. Cool. All right. We'll play Rabble Master next unless I get a land. We'll see what our opponent's on. Once Upon a Time. That's pretty good. Go grab that land. Should be revealed, right? Windswept Heath. Plays it. It's a mountain. Alright. We're just gonna cancel. Blood Moon made this. Or bad. We forgot this is less than good. Urnby I can. The will of the deck told me. I have 3. Might have just figured that out. Alright, we attack with everything. We're going to slam a Karn. We're going to down tick. We're going to do all the good stuff. I'm not totally sure what my opponent's up to. Double Windswept, a Once Upon a Time. Let's go get Liquid Metal Coating here. I could down tick and do Spyglass and see if they allow it to land. I don't think they will here. It'd be kind of a way to peek at the hand briefly. It's a Bayou. I kind of want to peek at the hand here. Let's go looking for one more card here. Spyglass. We're going to do this to take a peek. I can always name Windswept Heath here and then Liquid Metal Coating the Bayou. And if they get rid of the Blood Moon, there's not much they can do. This is to check what they're doing. My opponent wisely concedes, though. Okay, so Blood Moon was really good. Windswept Heath. We have a Once Upon a Time. We didn't reveal anything really else. We have green, black, maybe white, so we might have Abzan-ish colors. Not knowing much else. I kind of want to just maybe cage here. Cage one Trinisphere out and go with it. And see what our opponent's up to, if we can get a better read on them. One of the downsides to not really having any experience with Legacy here is you're going to run into things like this where you don't have any idea what your opponent's up to, and you're not going to really have an ability to sideboard. I'm sure some of you know. If you figured it out, let me know, but we've already submitted, and I'm not going to change. We'll learn on the fly here what we're playing against. But yeah, Ernby, you're right about the Ancient Tomb turning into a mountain being less mana. It was the will of the deck that we just drew off the top. Probably a no force deck, by the way, based on the fetches and the Bayou. So ramped out or really aggressive starts will probably be reasonably safe. Maverick or Infect, it's definitely a creature deck. It feels creature-like with the stuff that the types of lands they had. Channel our inner Evan energy. Exactly. Well, this one's an interesting hand. I could Chalice on one and follow it with a Bone Crusher Giants. Let's do that. Let's try it. Thinking that they're on some sort of creature deck, this could be really nice. Looks like elves. We'll throw a Chalice on one. That should be reasonably good, I presume. Tap 2 untapped elves, add mana. Morph. Dryad Arbor. In for 1. I guess I just pick off this Dryad Arbor here. There's like very little downside to killing the Dryad Arbor over this. This needs more elves. I have an upcoming Chandra here. I have a bonus Bone Crusher. I can Chandra uptick Bone Crusher here. We look like we're in good shape here. Blood Moon game 1, Chalice game 2. Just seem to have what we need against this opponent. You're 0-4 against the guy in leagues? That's rough. Abrades are probably good. We're not going to probably need a game 3. Probably won't need it. We'll play Karn here. We'll down tick. We can go get Liquid Metal Coating. We're going to just do it with this. Uptick, Liquid Metal. Stop on my opponent's upkeep. Shut off their land. All the good stuff. Shut their land off. Next turn, killed the land. They'll always be at 1. I'm not sure what Elves has to get out of a Chalice on 1 lock here, and my opponent did keep a 1-lander. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? 4-0 with the Red Prisons here. Going for our 5-0 here. Finding our final match. Seeing what we can do. Looking pretty good. Got maybe a little bit lucky on 1 or 2 of these matches, but we're getting things done here. Casting those Blood Moons as fast as we can. Let's casually get this 5-0 real quick. Casually. Nah. We can't do that, Grayus. That would just be rude. Nice lit stream. Thank you. Thank you. Red Prison always feels more brown. Could also feel more silver depending on when you join Magic. It's like I know what I'm doing. I mean, I play a little bit of Red Prison, right? Just a little bit of Red Prism. I don't know. There's something to be said about practicing a deck, having familiarity, even when it goes across different formats. Even when we play something that's like green prison or white prison, maybe even black prism, the mentality, the approach to the game is very much similar. And so when you have that mentality, when you look at your starting 7, you can just go, yeah, this has some explosion. And then the question comes when you do those turn 1 plays, does that work in this format? In Legacy, it's a little less likely to, but in Modern, it definitely does. So we just have to see. We have to see how it all comes together. Like this hand. This hand's terrible. We're going to mulligan this. This is all lands. This is a heck of a lot better. We're going to keep this. We're going to ditch a land here and see if we want to ramp out Magus quick or not. If we don't want to ramp out Magus real quick, we can at least get close to a Chandra. So land gone here, and we'll see what our opponent's up to. Chancellor. So we have a reanimate opponent. Okay. Lotus Petal. That's pretty good. Cracks Lotus Petal. We do a Faithless Looting. Okay. This is going to be interesting with the Chancellor here. Unmask and a Chancellor. We have a snow-covered swamp. We thought Seize Me. So they have the basic swamp. The Magus is no good here. I mean, if I'm just them, I just take the Simian Spirit Guide here. We don't really have anything that touches the graveyard at the moment. This Chancellor's gone. Alright. Karn would be a good one to ramp up to. Unfortunately, I've got to get through at least one Chancellor activation. So we'll see if they're getting a Chancellor down here. Animate dead? There it is. Animate dead. Alright. How do I beat this? I need to draw a lot of lands. Alright, so we're going to take 4 here. A fast Trinisphere could possibly do it too. But yeah, Leyline of the Void is definitely where we want to be. This one might be over. I don't have enough lands out. And they took my Chrome Mox, which worked well when they were not able to get the Chancellor out immediately. They take Simian Spirit Guide. Alright. 4, I get to get one. 8. 4, 8, 12. So they attack 8, 12, and then one more. If the top card's a land, doesn't really matter. Okay, so we need Chalices and Ley Lines for sure. It was a bridge. Okay. So Grafdigger's Cage isn't a bad include here. Ley Lines aren't a bad include. Tormod's Crypt's good to fetch off Karn. Bone Crusher Giant doesn't do enough here. Blood Moons are hit or miss. We are currently 4-0. We are. We're trying. A fast Blood Moon might be okay. I could see like 1 and 1 coming out here, and then maybe even just 2 Legion War Bosses over Chandras. Leave Karn in here to grab Crypt or the last bridge. Leyline in. Grafdigger's Cage in to hit. Legion War Boss. Oh, this should be like this. Legion War Boss in to be more aggressive. I'm wondering if Blood Moon just makes more sense to have in here and Magus instead of the other 2 Chandras. That might make more sense here. Keep these 2 in. Try to hit Blood Moon. Maybe they don't have the black mana, the basic. That's probably fine. We're probably going to have to get around to Chancellor anyway. Leyline, please. Opening hand. We'll ditch Chandra here. She doesn't feel as strong. Let's play first. Black cards in hand, please. Alright, so there's no black cards, but I could get a Trinisphere down here on turn 2. We can beat that. But then I don't have any ley lines. So is it worth mulling to look for leyline here, or are we looking at maybe trying to do a Trinisphere Blood Moon package? They might have turn 1 discard. It's probably worth it trying to go for that leyline. This probably doesn't do enough. This one's a little bit more interesting. Because I can get a Chalice on 1 down. Am I ditching my Karn, though? I guess I have to ditch my Karn because I'm going to be putting a Mox down, probably. Well, I might be... You guys are saying race. I might not be racing with this Rabble Master. We'll see what they're... if they have the Chancellor. Oh gosh, they didn't. Yeah, the Rabble Master's going under. And we'll just play a Chalice here. And pass turn. Okay. There you go. That's as good as it's going to get here. We can play Blood Moon next. Then we just got to find a win condition. Rabble Master would have been a good win condition. The Bloodstain Mire. I don't even feel like ramping out this Blood Moon. I need a land here. I'm going to wait a turn. I'm going to see if they will be so kind to fetch a non-basic. Maybe they'll be oh so kind here. No fetch for our opponent. Bloodstain Mire. Go for Magus, why not? Trying to get them to fetch a non-basic. At the beginning of your upkeep, you destroy all artifacts and enchantments. They can't be regenerated. Well, that's awkward. That's really awkward. That's a really cool card. Alright, well, I got punished for not playing the Magus down. Not that I knew this card existed. That's the only answer to Chalice and Leyline. Well, it got us real good. I've never seen the card either. I've never seen that card. It's all good. Learn something here. You know we couldn't just try to win. Dark Rituals here. Exhumes. Exhumes a Gristlebrand. Animate Deads as well, the Chancellor. We're dead. It's in most Reanimator and Dredge sideboards. I mean, to be fair, we don't play Legacy. I mean... We learned something. It's good to know it's a very common card in Legacy. That's where you're going to run short here, right? Ah, yeah. It's a shame we didn't cast it. Oh. What are you going to do? Perfect example of practice in a format needed. They had the Lotus Petal anyway come in, apparently. So even if we played the Magus or the Blood Moon here, we have the Lotus Petal coming 2 more turns. So we're punished but not punished. You know, you could look at it 2 different ways. There you go. Legacy Red Prison here. Woo! I'm still pretty happy with our 4-1 though. Still pretty happy with the 4-1 running this list, trying it out, seeing what we can do there in Legacy. Definitely accelerates mana out very quickly. Chrome Mox, Simian Spirit Guides, and all your dual lands here. City of Trader, Ancient Tombs. Trying to do that Blood Moon, that Magus, that Trinisphere on turn 1. And we do get to do that. Occasionally you get this Chalice as well. This deck is using a Karn Wishboard. I'm pretty happy. I mean, considering I've played Legacy twice this year. One Hogak deck and then this one. I'm pretty happy with the 4-1. Not so happy with the other results, but there you go. Not bad. 4-1, Legacy Red Prison.